Hey, what's up everyone? This is Jasiu here at Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center, here to talk about the new Boss XS1 and XS100 pedals. These are new polyphonic shifting pedals that offer superior tracking, responsiveness, and just a whole ton of fun. For this video, we're going into this Fender Player 2 modified Telecaster, into all the pedals you see here. Included is a Boss NS2 just to clean up some of the dirt we're running, namely this Boss OS2 overdrive distortion. And then we've got our Polyshifters into our Boss Katana Gen 3 100 watt in the 1x12 enclosure, straight into GarageBand. Let's look at the XS1. This is a compact poly shifting pedal. You can control 4 things here. You can control how much of your dry signal comes in. You can also control what interval you're shifting to, and that can be either up or down. You also can make this a standard latching switch or a momentary, and you can also access a detune function, which effectively turns this into a very lush sounding chorus. This pedal is great for transposing, whether you have a set that requires a lot of different tunings, or you just, need that for one particular moment in the set. This is great for transposing all the way from just a half step to, even a full octave and some down. So here's a cool example of that.
How does the latency feel?
Latency on this feels really good. I definitely would not know the difference if I'm playing live, or even if I needed to record this for any project. This is really great. And I will say it's hard to find a good pitch pedal that works with chords, and this is really great with that. And just like any pitch shifting pedal, we have to hear it with an octave down and maybe a little dry guitar for taste. Cool thing about the Polyshifter XS1, as little and compact as it is, you have the option of the control expression out, which can give you the option to toggle between momentary and toggle at the push of a button. And you can also hook up a foot switch for linear pitch control as well. The really cool thing about the XS1 is the detune function. Maybe you're not transposing every song, but you could use a chorus. Maybe you don't have a chorus yet. This has an amazing chorus in here. Once you hit the detune knob, the shift knob turns into basically a rate knob for your chorus, and the balance acts as sort of a mix knob. So in here is kind of like a secret chorus pedal that sounds really lush, versatile as well. So here's a cool sound from that. All right, enter the Boss XS100. This has all the features of the XS1 with the built-in expression that can be controlled independently, and you can even turn that off if you simply want to use the tune down option on here, which can be down or up, and there's a lot of menu diving to be had here. You can also change the balance in the menu, even though there isn't a knob on there like there is on the XS1, and there's all kinds of I/O in here, including MIDI. So you can control everything you see here off of a laptop if you're running backing tracks or anything like that. So we've got a few sounds here to showcase that. Here I've just got a whole step transposition with the option to go 2 octaves up for your kind of classic sort of Tom Morello style thing.
Pretty sick. It doesn't really sound too muddy when it's all the way down there, actually.
Yeah, and that's considering this is just a single coil Telecaster with like, we're not really setting this amp up for like high gain necessarily. Like this isn't exactly the most like metal friendly tone, but it really gets you there just with the pitch effect. So that's super cool.
So my name's Matt, and I've been checking out this XS100 pedal. The latency feels really fast, really responsive and snappy. You know, compared to some other pitch shifting pedals that I've used, this, to me, feels a little bit faster. Pitch shifting pedals can sometimes add a little bit of mud. This one, I'm not gonna say it sounds exactly like an actual downtuned guitar, but it still retains that clarity. It doesn't sound muddy at all.
So here I've set up a balanced setting where you hear the dry guitar on the tune down setting. And the effect here is simply an octave down as well. Cool thing being that you actually hear the dry guitar as well. So it's a bit of a trippy effect. Sort of like a reverse of what you would normally do. I've seen a lot of people actually use this method with the argument that, like, you know, having the low octave being generated instead of the high actually kind of gets you a cleaner sound. So this is for, you know, people who are into that. And here's another kind of downtuned riff to kind of showcase something here. Cool, so here's another preset I've cooked up. This is one where the tune down actually tunes you an octave up with the dry signal in, and then the effect allows you to go down to a fifth below of whatever you're playing, creating some really cool textures. One of the most important features on this, I can't stress enough, is using this as a tool to prevent bending your strings. Because as we all know, bending strings causes your guitar to go out of tune. So this is a super great solution to that. And I don't know about you, but for me, I love bending just a half step. Sometimes even doing that too many times brings my guitar out of tune. I mean, look at this. You can hear that, right? It's out of tune. So to fix this, we've set the XS100 to have the effect pitch shift as a half step. So here's a great way and a great song that really utilizes that bend and will save you a lot of tuning trouble on live shows. Perfect. You'll never be out of tune again. You can thank me later. I hope this was helpful. If you want to see more from us, obviously hit subscribe, like our videos, leave a comment. Did we cover all the sounds that you were hoping to potentially get out of one of these? You tell us. I think we got some really cool sounds out of this. Yeah, once again, my name is Jasiu, and thanks for watching.